like you're talking through like a toilet paper.
Alright, boys, we're alive. Oh, wait.
You might try turning down your mic audio a little bit.
Oh, no way. I gotta keep doing that? That's bullshit. Okay, well, we're alive.
See, now we went back to the terrible shit.
Oh, you can hear it again?
Hold up. Let me try like this. Maybe it's from my mic. Let me Oh, did you end the live and restart it?
Yeah, I accidentally when my PC restarted.
Oh, okay.
Okay, how about that? I tried turning it down.
No. Your mic's fine on stream. Your mic's fucking clear. I guess it's just I guess when it comes to Discord audio, it's gonna be weird because your it's picking up both like audios at once. I guess Discord's just getting the
Okay, so
out. I don't know.
so it's picking up my voice, not the movie. It's just showing the movie. Like it's showing the movie sound.
No, I'm saying like the way shit. I just stuttered. You know what? Leave it. Let's just
When
continue
you
on.
talk, you get the green around your screen. I get that.
Yeah, but I'm saying like when you're talking, it sounds like you're in a Pringles can.
Yeah.
But only
Weird.
on Discord. You sound perfect on stream.
Okay. Cool. All right, boys. Well then, we are live. So, hello everybody.
Jesus.
Hello.
You like your ball?
All right.
I'm glad she's playing with her ball.
I know what I'm saying. Since you pushed it over, she's been playing with it this entire time.
Oh, I only heard it a couple times.
Jesus.
Yeah, 'cause she
Having to hear, like in my AirPod, our voices and on the stream, it is the most trippiest shit ever. I thought Hog was talking to me for a second.
Thought I was talking to you for a second.
Yeah, because I got the stream pulled up.
No one wants to talk to you.
What?
What? Seth is focused.
No, I'm just trying
Everybody
to
who's
finish
focused
this game.
always say, no, I'm not focused.
No, I'm just
I'm just vibing, dog. I'm not
running
focused.
around.
Exactly. I'm just playing. All right.
Basically just running around right now.
Alright, so when Seth is done with that game, we'll officially start.
Oh, okay. I can just leave. Hold on.
Oh, no, you're good. Finish the game.
There we go. No, I don't need to be doing that right now anyway, so. All right, here we go.
A marathon recently or a map go?
Who,
What,
me?
marathon?
Hog.
What?
I saw that the big gulp cup. That brand is only the Stay Cool one. Yeah. That was like 80 cents, right?
No. These are not 80 cents anymore. They're like $1.10.
They're like 89 cents. The tax like $1.
That's what it used to be.
Not anymore.
Now it's
what
like
the fuck just
$1.20.
What
I
the
used to
fuck?
remember
There we
going
go.
in with $1 exactly like, here you go, I'm getting a cup. That shit was nice.
I used to do that back in the day to get like McGravs. Go in there and just buy one of those cups. Actually, no, we went to Taco Bell. She got a video of my friend going to the drive-thru. Hey, we need a extra large water. We want to go pull some grabs after this. And the guy started laughing. And then gave us one and said it's free. Go ahead. It was
That's
lit.
funny.
We knew he spoke. Yeah, Taco Bell Pringles can.
Taco Bell Pringles can.
Do you guys remember going into like McDonald's and getting like a whole meal with $1?
No.
Dude, I remember you could get a McDouble for like $1, and if you bought 2 McDoubles, it was like 3.
Right? Now it's like 5.
Who remembers the Grand Mac?
You cut out. What about Grand Mac?
Anybody remember the Grand Mac?
No.
The giant like Big Mac?
No.
They had that for like a month here and over here in Bama.
That's probably why.
McDonald's was giant, like it was called a Grand Mac, and it was like one giant meat. You know, it was huge.
Damn. I remember getting like the triple cheeseburgers and shit. Like
I remember the McDonald's wraps. They were good.
Oh, I remember those.
Those were fucking delicious.
Do you remember?
Something.
Okay, so KFC. No one seems to really remember this. KFC used to have a burrito where they would put their like full chicken strips in there and not cut it up or anything, and they were bomb as fuck.
So were they like a burrito or were they like a chicken wrap? Because I remember like a KFC chicken wrap.
I remember. Oh, I think it was chicken wrap. I think that's what they put it as.
I like the fucking little chicken littles. They're like the little like tiny bun, and there's one chicken strip on there. It's like a mini chicken sandwich. I fucking love those.
That's funny. You know, I just remember KFC having those, and like no one ever seems to remember.
Oh, I remember that, dude. That's like the Mandela effect, like where the Fruit of the Loom label never had the cornucopia on there, dude. It totally did.
Yeah, it did.
Yes, it fucking did.
Or fucking I know it's like an old one. People figured out that Disney's changing shit, but the one for Spy Kids,
What was that one?
where they're swimming under Floop's castle, and he goes, "Oh man, the water's warm in here." He goes, "Sorry, I just peed." Well, now it's sleeping sharks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you watch the movie now, it's sleeping sharks.
See, I'm gonna have to watch like my old DVD of Home Alone, because the first Home Alone, apparently, when Kevin runs into the church, apparently the two burglars that are after him are like, I'm not going there. Yeah, I'm not going in there. Me neither. That place gives me the creeps or whatever. I need to watch that. I should dig out my DVD quick.
Okay, so Lilo and Stitch.
While we're on podcast, I do have a question.
Hold on, guys, real
We
quick.
could ask the viewers too. They could like relate on this. You know, give us the, you know, if they want to do it or not. But like instead of doing a podcast night, we could make it into like a game top thing, but a game we don't play that all of us can do. It'd be fun.
Lance,
Like Cards Against Humanity.
Hold on. I got another Mandela
Oh
effect.
shit, yeah.
You see, Hog, when you said hold on, Lance, real quick, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah, no. See, I have a Mandela effect with Lilo and Stitch that you guys might know.
I've never seen that whole movie before,
Oh,
so I would not know.
Would
that.
you know? Like, have you seen that movie?
What?
Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so do you remember when Lilo was in the dryer?
Yeah.
Okay, well apparently it's not a dryer anymore.
Okay, I need to take my AirPod out, man. It's tripping me out. I'm hearing, I'm listening to the stream. And I've got you talking to me, and then you're talking on there, but I'm not hearing it on the chat. It's like little parts of sentences. It's not picking it up. I don't know if it's me or just me.
How about now?
It's kind of on the actual like chat, because sometimes Hog fades in and out.
Okay, can you hear me now? Like, is that better?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
You see my kitty over here?
Yes, I do. I turned up my mic.
Legs.
But no, so with Lilo and Stitch, with Lilo in the dryer, it's not the dryer anymore. It's like a shelf with a pizza box in front.
What?
Yeah, so she never goes in a dryer anymore.
What? That's fucked.
I think too many kids are getting in dryers.
Probably. Refrigerators used to walk
My
from
question
the
is,
inside.
so when it comes to the Spy Kids, what about the actors themselves? Because they were there, and they made that line. They said that line, so
They probably have a gag order.
okay,
And they have
hold
to
on.
sign it.
So, Disney has confirmed that they have gone back and changed stuff.
Oh, okay.
That was just like a trippy thing that
It's
everyone's
not,
like,
so
oh,
if
it's
they
Mandela
actually
effect.
sit there and like say it's changed, that means it's not the Mandela effect, right?
I know,
Mandela
but
effect's more or less like
that's what everyone was thinking it was.
They're
then
fabricating.
and then after so many came out, Disney finally goes, all right, yeah, we did it.
So what about the Coca-Cola symbol, right? Wasn't that changed too?
I'm pretty sure the
And
Coca-Cola
then no one
symbol got
realized.
changed.
Then no one realized, and then what?
And then just
Well,
everybody
it's kind of like
realized.
the Kit. It's kind of like the Kit Kat emblem. Like apparently it never ever had a hyphen in there, and I always thought it did. I thought it was
It
Kit
did.
hyphen
No.
Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was just Kit Kat. That's weird.
No, it's not.
Hold up. What? There's even a Kit Kat. I've seen a Kit. No, because I've seen a Kit Kat in the fucking.
Bro,
Our
it's
manager
Kit
buys a box of Kit
dash
Kats, and it even
Cat.
says it just Kit Kat.
It's Kit
I could
dash
just go back
Cat.
and look.
What the fuck do you mean? It's just Kit Kat.
I thought it was Kit hyphen Cat.
Yeah, that's
For
what
my
it
whole-
is.
No, it's
I haven't
not.
looked at
Yeah.
one in so long.
Yeah,
I gotta look this
look
shit
at it
up.
right now.
Hold
Looking
on.
at pictures of Kit Kat, and it just shows. It's Kit
No!
Kat. It just shows
No!
Kit Kat.
That's not how it was. That's crazy. No.
Where I don't see a hyphen.
That's the Mandela effect. There used to be.
There had to have been.
Wait, it used to be a hyphen on there, like
Yes.
actually.
Yes.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like that one there.
Exactly.
Kit hyphen Cat
Seth
right there.
even found it.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks old. They probably changed it completely, then refurbished.
But they're claiming that never existed ever.
Dashes in there. The hyphen.
So yeah, kind of wild.
Does the end of Pikachu's tail? Is it
See, you're used to seeing it like
That's another thing. How,
Like a
okay,
bat.
here's another one.
Kit
We all
Kat.
watched Pokemon, right?
I do not watch Pokemon.
But you know Pikachu, right?
Yeah, the end of his tail was always black or black striped or
It's
whatever, and
brown.
apparently
Or no,
it's
no,
just
it
yellow.
is black. But yes, apparently it's just fucking yellow. No, that's bullshit. I watched Pikachu or Pokemon growing up. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I swear.
Oh, what? They made it all yellow now?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
all
I
yellow.
always thought the tail had black
Yeah.
on it.
Beforehand, it was like a black. The top of it was black and had a stripe underneath it.
Yeah,
Yeah, apparently that never
So
existed.
weird. Well, there even has
Yeah.
a Pokemon card that's from Japan back in like the 19 something late, and it's probably like,
Huh?
and it has probably the old Pikachu on there.
Dude, it's probably worth $1 million
What-
bajillion dollars
Okay.
because they're trying to prove us wrong.
What about the Monopoly guy? Did he have the little like glass thing?
Yeah, the Monopoly guy.
Okay, hold on. Let me join back real quick, all right? I'll be right back. Let me quick keep talking, but I'll be.
But yeah, I remember the Monopoly guy having a monocle, and they said
That's
that
what it's
he
called,
never
yeah.
did because people were confusing him with Mr. Peanut.
Yep.
Because Mr. Peanut had a monocle and a cane.
Yeah. The difference.
Yeah.
Well, no. Monopoly Man still had a cane. He just never used it. He always had it with him running.
Yeah. Well, they actually found an old Monopoly set from the 80s or whatever, and I think it was like on the $5 bill, he actually had the monocle up to his eye. But apparently the creators of Monopoly said that he never had a monocle.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, he did. I have an old Monopoly set. This is an alcohol.
Yeah, they're saying that people are
Go
confusing
grab it
him
real
with
quick.
Mr. Peanut.
Curious George. Did he have a
Go
tail?
grab it and just prove
Did
this
Curious
wrong right
George
now.
have a tail?
No, apparently
Yes.
not. But I remember him having a tail. But
He
apparently
Same.
never.
The old movie, he has a tail because I remember the guy with the yellow dude, the raincoat. He literally like wraps around his arm. and Shit.
Yeah, apparently he never did have a tail.
Well, hold on, I'll be right back.
And it wasn't like Berenstain
Okay.
Bears or Berenstein Bears. See, I always remember it Berenstein,
I don't know that one.
but apparently it's Berenstain or something like that, or vice versa. I can't remember. But what was the other thing that? Oh, I always thought it was Smokey the Bear. It's Smokey Bear. Like
No, it's Smokey the Bear.
It's Smokey Bear.
Smokey Bear. Now.
you
So
look
Looney
pissed.
Tunes spells is spelled differently.
It's Smokey the Bear.
Yeah, it's Smokey the Bear. Fuck everybody.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but it's Smokey Bear, I
Is it
guess. It's,
Flintstones or Flint Stones?
I always thought it was Flint, but it's
Yeah,
Flint,
there's a
I
T.
think.
Flintstone.
Flintstones.
No, there's a fucking T in there.
Yeah, see, they're fucking with us now. They're getting under our skin. I'll have to watch my Home Alone.
Tunes spelled in Looney Tunes.
No, that one pissed me off.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's cartoons. That's the way I remember it is Toons, but it's Looney Tunes, Tunes
Yeah, no,
is what they say.
no.
It's Tunes because it was cartoons.
Okay, I get the whole spelling correction and everything, but no. It's a fucking
It
kids
was Looney
show.
Tunes.
T-O-O.
Yeah, it was Toons, yes. Yes, I agree. But apparently, and it was like Berenstain Bears or Berenstain Bears. I think I remember the Steen, but they're saying it's Berenstain or something like that.
That's weird. What?
So did Shaggy from Scooby-Doo have an Adam's apple?
I don't think I paid attention enough for that one.
Wow. What about Fruit of the Loom? Did it have a cornucopia?
We already talked about that one. Hold on. So,
Okay.
did Shaggy from Scooby-Doo have an Adam's apple?
Yes.
So I forget that I have my crown on sometimes, and I just
Oh.
walk in there to my living room, and like everybody's like, "Dalton." There's all these weird looks and shit. Like I'm in a podcast, right? It says me, but right here, I have an old like NASCAR version of Monopoly.
Dude, that's a Dale Earnhardt fucking Monopoly.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dude, fucking Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah. So on the cover, he doesn't, but it's supposed to.
Be on one of the bills.
Yeah.
It's a
But
$5
thing is,
bill or something
with the
like that.
bills, they all have Carl Hart.
Oh, they all have Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah, they all have Carl Hart, man.
Oh
and
my
like, what,
god.
if you go to the board, right?
Dale Earnhardt
good.
died doing what he loved.
So, apparently, Shaggy does
You know what?
not have one.
What?
See, I always thought that Shaggy had an Adam's apple on, Scooby-Doo.
There's one crawling on the wall over there.
Oh, God
I don't
damn
know, man. Yeah, I got some $5 at an estate sale.
Dude, that's probably worth a lot of money, especially if it was signed
Is-
by him or something.
Yeah. It has every piece to it. Pretty dope.
Pretty dope.
I got another one. It's a Family Guy one, but that's a newer one.
Lance.
So my oh, sorry.
Sorry, Lance wasn't here for it. Does Shaggy Rogers have an Adam's apple?
I honestly don't remember.
From Scooby-Doo.
So, Seth remembers him having one. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think he did. But according to these, he does not.
Yeah, because I remember him like when he'd get scared or whatever, he'd gulp and be like,
Yeah, see that.
"Goob!" And you could see it move.
Yeah, see, I didn't
When he'd
think
gulp.
about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he does in the movie.
Well, yeah, because what?
Yeah, the
Matt
human
Lillard plays
movie.
him or whatever. Yeah, the human movie. That Matt Lillard plays him. He's got a Adam's apple to poke your eye out.
For real, bro. People talk shit about mine. It's like, oh, bro, that's an Adam's apple.
See, I have a pretty prominent one. My beard covers it, thankfully. So
Like, this one's mine.
yeah, I got an apple.
I mean, all guys do.
Mine's
Yeah,
hidden.
I'm sorry, but if you want to figure out if someone was ever a female in the beginning, just look at their neck.
Yeah, but I heard they can even do
Yeah.
like that surgery now. Too.
What the fuck? Why would,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
why
hey,
would
apparently
you
you have-
want an Adam's
have
apple?
kids.
Like, what does it do?
No, like to take it out. Like if you're transitioning to a female, they can take that out so you look more
See,
feminine. or
that's what I
whatever.
mean. Like, say you're hanging out with a guy, and for whatever reason you wonder if it was a girl, because nowadays, just look at the neck.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna look
maybe.
up. You know, if a little bone pops out. Oh damn.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
I mean, fuck it, bro. No one's around. I'm just playing.
Oh shit! Damn, dude, it's so crazy though because like with the whole trans thing, and I mean I'll do whatever to embrace it. If it's just hard for me to learn because I am 35. But if that's the way you want to be, that's the way you're gonna be. But I mean, it's gonna be hard for like archaeologists and shit like later on, like in 1,000 years, if they have to dig up remains or they find like remains from like a cold case, and they're like, well, we believe the remains we found might be male, but you can't be too sure because they might have identified as a female. It's like, no, like it all comes down to your bone structure. Like what you are is what you are. I mean, it really does.
But DNA, right? Can they just
Yeah,
like from DNA? So I mean, DNA will just pull up who it is, and it'll show that they were a male, but it'll show a female, so they can from there they'll be like, oh, they just a vestite.
yeah. A vest. This vest is really tight.
Yo,
That's my mom. Us.
how
Yeah,
how
I
did
know who called him.
how did you
These
spell Captain Crunch when you were a kid?
Captain, CAP apostrophe
N.
N, Captain
Yeah.
Crunch.
Yeah, now it's Captain Crunch.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
It
sure it
is. They
is.
spell it out.
I remember Captain Crunch.
There was something that someone told me that had a Mandela effect to it.
The Bernsteins bear.
Yeah, Berenstain, and Berenstein Bears. That's another one.
That's crazy, bro.
Somebody was trying to tell me Waldo never had glasses too, and I'm like, nope, I've got
Yes,
those
he did.
books. I
Yeah, he
fucking
did.
grabbed them, and he does have glasses. Yeah, I grabbed my books. He definitely does. They were trying to like make a Mandela effect out of it, and trying to get me all flustered.
No, bro. He's definitely got glasses.
But yeah,
That was
Lance,
one
you
of
were
the things
gone.
that gave him away. Fuck the
Yeah,
clothes.
Lance. Yeah, because there was them ones where everybody was dressed up as Waldo, and like one of them was, had glasses, and the rest of them were like picking up their glasses or
Yep.
something like that. But Lance, you missed it. Was it Smokey the Bear or Smokey Bear? Only. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was just Smokey Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. Smokey Bear. But see, I remember it, Smokey the Bear.
That don't even sound right. Smokey Bear.
Is it Jiffy
Yeah, no, it
Lube or
doesn't.
is it Jif Lube?
It's
Jiffy
Jiffy Lube.
Okay.
They even have a reference to that on Grounded.
Do they really?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
I think. I could be
Do you
wrong.
guys remember Scruff McGruff, the crime fighting dog?
Yes.
Dude, I loved those commercials for Scruff McGruff when I was a kid. There's
Those ones are good.
no Mandela effect there. I was just thinking about like Smokey the Bear, and I was like, oh shit. I remember Scruff McGruff, the crime fight dog.
Oh yeah, bro. Like the time then, shows were like at its peak.
Oh yeah. I remember like the G.I. Joe cartoons like that I'd watch at like 6 a.m. on the weekends, and like just like the artistry behind it, like the people that drew that stuff, like there was so much detail in there. I was like, oh my god, this is great.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have cable or anything, so we had like 5 channels at my house, so we had to use like the old rabbit ears on the top of the TV to get stations. And yeah, dude, I remember watching some of that stuff that normally would be on cable, but they only aired it like at 6 a.m. Or maybe 7. I can't remember. And when I was a kid, and I was just like, oh my god, this is great. This is what my friends get to watch. This is fucking wild. I had to watch like Arthur the fucking Aardvark and a bunch of other shit. Although Recess was great. Huh?
Any of y'all heard of Mini Squad Force? It
Uh-uh.
was like superheroes, and then there were mini.
Oh
mini
no.
What's it called? Hold up. It's an old show I used to watch when I was a kid. Shit, I still speak it wrong. It was like
I did like Recess though, but sorry, Lance, what?
To figure it out.
Who here's a Star Wars fan?
Yeah, the Superhero Squad.
I've never heard of that. I like Star Wars.
Okay. C-3PO.
Yeah.
Is he all gold?
Yes.
Oh, I always thought he was, but apparently he had a silver like leg from the calf or from the knee down.
No. Like,
No, he has a red arm now.
what?
In the movie, he has a red arm. He lost his arm and got repaired, and it's not a red one.
Are you talking about the newer fucking movies?
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack
Oh,
you.
we're talking about
I'm gonna
we're talking
fucking
about the
smack
old.
you.
No, I'm just saying. I was just reacting to the regular C-3PO. I don't know why you getting butthurt about it. I'm just saying. He was gold before, and now he's gold with a red arm.
Yeah, but in the original ones, apparently he had a lower leg that was silver, but I
See-
always remember him being solid gold.
See, here's the
I
worst
even had
part
the
about
fucking
it.
I even had the fucking action figure, and he was all gold.
Yeah. See, here's the sucky part is I can't go back and watch the old ones because like I don't own them. I can go on to Disney and do it, but I can't fucking trust Disney.
Yeah, that's true. I have the old box
Oh.
set on DVD.
See, I used to
got
have the
C-3PO.
whole fucking VHS set.
Yeah, my mom and dad did too, but then we got away from VCRs and stuff, and then yeah, I went and bought the 3-pack of the original first 3, which are actually what episode 6, 7, and 8, or
Yep.
what the fuck is no? It's not 6, 7, and 8. It's like episodes 4, 5, and 6 or whatever. But yeah, when I bought them on DVD, I was like, "Hey, we're gonna watch these," and we did, and it was a fucking good time. Like, because I'd never seen them before. I'd never watched Star Wars until I was probably in my 20s.
I watched them in like the order that they came out, and then I rewatched them in like the order that they put it in when 1, 2, and 3 came out. And I'm just like, for someone who like made movies and purposely put 4 and then going back, he did very well.
Yeah, so that's what his whole, I guess, they interviewed him. They're like, why did you release these movies in this order? And he's like, I didn't have the technology to do the first 3 back in like what 1978 or 79 when he did those. So he's like, I had to do those ones first, and then now, I mean, even now, if you watch the original first 3, which are 4, 5, and 6 or whatever, they still hold up. I mean, fuck,
Oh, hell
it
yeah.
looks so good still.
Oh yeah.
It's still amazing. It's still amazing. That's just like Jurassic Park. Like, I remember seeing that in fucking theaters when I was a kid. I was like, oh my god, this movie's fucking insane. And I rewatched it, like, it's been like a couple months ago, and I was like, this still holds up. Like, and I think in that whole movie, there's only like, 12 minutes of actual footage of dinosaurs, but the way he strategically placed those, like, excerpts of dinosaurs and stuff, like, it just, like, it fits so well. I mean, he's a creative genius, to be honest with you.
See, my son absolutely loves dinosaurs, and he keeps talking about Jurassic World, Jurassic World. I'm like, nah, bro, like, you want dinosaurs, I got you. And then I showed him Jurassic Park, and I showed him all of those, and he absolutely loves them.
Dude, yeah, I remember like when Lost World came out, and fucking Jurassic Park 3 was okay. I actually enjoyed it, but like a lot of people, like, that was a flop. But I like that they brought like the original archaeologist guy back. So
that one was one of my favorites.
But the new ones with Chris Pratt are pretty decent, though.
Yeah, they actually brought the archaeologist from the first one back in their newest one.
After the first Jurassic World, I haven't seen them.
Oh, they're good.
Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't not like Jurassic World. It wasn't bad. It's just, I don't know. Jurassic Park was the best to me. I don't think they can top it.
So y'all haven't seen Jurassic World Dominion?
Nope.
It's good. I've seen it.
Good.
Mm-hmm. I did like the first Jurassic World.
Yeah. See,
better,
another thing with those is like, my son likes them because his mom showed him, and I've showed him some, or the first one at least. And I'm watching it, I'm like, wow, this is a lot more like graphic and violent than Jurassic Park. I'm gonna go back and show him Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Like, he's 6. He doesn't need that much violence.
Yeah.
What show? Or what movie?
Jurassic World. Those ones have so much more violence than
Yeah,
Jurassic Park.
there's a lot more blood in those ones than in the first one.
Like that's definitely for like older kids and not
The
a
only
6-year-old.
badass scene in Jurassic World was the fight between the Raptors and the Rex. You know,
Yeah,
where Chris Pratt came in and was like, and they all attacked
yeah,
him. That was
yeah,
fucking badass, man. If dude having the power and to tame a dino, and
That'd
he
be
just
amazing.
fucking attacked some bitch, dude. I got out of my chair. I was like, oh fuck, at the theaters. Remember that?
yeah. I remember when they're like, I remember when like the girl's like, well, who's the alpha? And he's like, you're looking at him, and then yeah, he started whistling and telling the Raptors to go do stuff. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing.
See, I think my favorite part or favorite experience I've ever had in a movie theaters. There was a time I went to go see Harry Potter. Babe, what's those last Harry Potters? The last two.
Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2.
Never mind. Lance just.
Deathly Hallows?
Yep, Lance answered it. Well, it was part 1. Sorry, Lance.
Actually,
Like as soon as I said it, he goes, "Oh, Deathly Hallows."
I was trying to figure
let me just grab something real quick.
Oh,
I'm a little.
I feel it. Oh, he grabbed his wand.
Okay, I grabbed the one.
See, I'm a Harry Potter fan too. So is my girl. I got her a wand. I don't think she's even opened it.
I have, and it's.
I have a
sitting
Death Eater
in
one.
My other room.
Okay. Nice. But
Yeah.
I was seeing that movie, and anytime, like, that movie had a lot of silent parts. And anytime it was silent, like, the theater wasn't packed. It was me, my older sister, and I think my cousin. And anytime it went silent, someone made a farting sound.
oh shit.
And when it was close to the end, and it was Voldemort and Harry looking down at each other and super silent for a good chunk of time, he let out a really big one, and all you hear is, "That one was real!" Everyone in the theaters just broke out laughing.
Probably one. Oh, go ahead, Lance.
Alright, I got a bad one. Remember the movie Night School that came out?
Yeah,
With Kevin Hart?
yeah,
Well, that's a Kevin Hart movie.
okay.
I went with two of my buddies, and it's supposed to be, and that movie was packed. Let me tell you, when we got there, that entire row of seats was just filled.
Okay.
Okay? And I stuck out like a sore thumb. I'll just say that. I stuck out like a sore thumb. Okay? And I sat on the end seat, my homie, and my other homie Daniel, sitting right there in the very end next to like two ladies, right? I stuck out like a sore thumb. Let me tell you. Okay? Right when Kevin Hart popped up in the middle of the scene, he like puked on the guy. He said, "What the fuck?" And then my friend out of nowhere just blurted out the N-word in the middle of the movie. Just blurted
shit.
it out. Okay? Around now back when I said I stuck out like a sore thumb.
Your wife.
If you walked
That's
in there,
why.
you will see me instantly. Okay? You will see me the second you walk in that place. Dude, when he said that, I literally put my head all the way fucking down. Okay? I hid my face. Okay? And someone was like, "Who said that?" Okay? And no one said a word. The ladies next to us fucking gave, it's like, I was surprised they didn't even fucking like flip out. They just looked at him and fucking said, "You can't say that." And they're probably older. I don't know. I couldn't tell. I was freaking out. Okay? But like, I had a chance. I just walked out of that movie, walked out of the little two double doors, and just went somewhere else, man. Nah. I feel like if I walked out and they knew it was him, that's how I walked away. I'm gonna get jumped. I don't want that to happen to me.
You
Damn.
get jumped out of everybody.
Oh my god,
Jeez.
man. But yeah.
What about you, Seth?
I have two good movie theater experiences. I actually went and saw the Avatar, the first Avatar movie, fucking like 5 times in theaters when it came
Damn.
out. I fucking loved it. I went with my mom and my sister each time. It was fucking great. So just for the cinematic experience, like I didn't have anything funny happen to me, but when I went and saw Jackass 3 or no, Jackass 2
Oh god.
in theaters, I was either a senior or a junior in high school. I think I was a senior. And um, the previews that showed up before the actual movie, one of them was the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie, I think,
Okay.
at the time. So it was like, I think it was the first Pirates of the Caribbean. I maybe my timeline's off, but I'm pretty sure that's when it was. But I just remember when the preview was over, I was with a bunch of my buddies because we were watching Jackass 2. Or we drove up to the city to go see that. And right after the preview for the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, I'm like, I bet that movie's rated R. And fucking the whole theater fucking busted out laughing. It was fucking great.
That's funny.
It's not
was
not
so
funny now,
late,
but
Lance.
it's one of those things you would have had to have
What?
been there.
That was such a late laugh.
I know. I was gonna wait till it would get quiet and be like, oh, sorry, I lagged.
That's funny.
Get it? Nah, never mind.
I get it. I get it.
Let's see.
Is there any? Is there any movies you guys plan on watching soon in theaters?
Oh, Panda 4.
Kung Fu Panda 4.
Dude, I have not been to a movie at a movie theater for a long fucking time.
The last one I
Go ahead on.
last one I went to was John Wick 4.
I'll watch that at home, high as shit.
Bro,
Make some
I
shit.
own all 4.
John Wick is that type of series is pretty badass.
I love the series. The only thing I didn't like, have you guys seen the 4th one?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not really a spoiler. It's just something in a fight scene I didn't like. So I don't feel bad about this. So you know the staircase scene, Lance?
Yeah.
When they're fighting the stairs?
Yeah.
There's times he will shoot someone like 5 times in the face and he still comes up to fight him again. It's like, bro, you got shot 5 times in the face. That was overkill. How are you standing?
Yeah.
Yeah, in that particular, like, you know, in that like type of, you know, time frame, they had armor that was like fully bulletproof. Like I had armor that was how do you
For
say
your
it?
face?
Yeah, there was
your
armor.
face?
I think. Hold up. It's possible because another movie
My
that I
guy,
watched.
there was nothing on his face.
I'm just saying, movies like that. Like there was a movie that I watched. This guy had armor, okay, but it was a newer movie. It was a movie that had, I think it was Fast and Furious, man, or something. Where the guy had like full armor and he was able to get shot multiple times, but get back up. But he still looked, he had nothing on, but he had armor. It was like a certain padding on his skin, like he got like I don't know, genetically modified or something.
I don't know about that. But
So yeah, it's possible.
me and my girl plan to see 2 movies. She's not very happy about the second one. The first one that she's excited for is the new Ghostbusters.
Oh
Is
yeah.
that the one with the females?
I don't
No,
think it's females. Females sucked.
Yeah, that was like the old new one.
Yeah, and then they made another one, which I wasn't going to watch because I thought it related to the females one, and I hated that one. I thought it was a disgrace to the Ghostbusters. And this one wasn't terrible. It has nothing to do with those girls, which I liked. But the other movie is Silent Hill 3. That one I'm excited for.
Oh shit.
And she's not.
I can't remember. Yeah, it's been a long time since I saw a movie in theaters, but basically, if I want to watch a movie that's in theaters, I wait like a week after it's been in theaters, and I just buy it on Vudu or Fandango, and I watch it at home. Ever
Yeah.
since that guy shot up a movie theater, like I get fucking anxiety when I'm there. So
That's fair.
Nothing really happens like that over here. Instead of like the darker places.
I
I
know,
mean,
but you can't be too careful. Some nut could just do it. It
I
could
want
just
that.
be a
I want to
random
witness.
thing.
You know, I want to
I-
be a part of that. I want to like fight.
See,
I've
and that's
had
what
it
I
to
was
where
telling.
I've left a place, and then like an hour later, that place got shot up. And then my sister worked at a mall, and I think an hour before she came in to work, someone went into the mall and shot up the mall,
Dude,
and was like posting the whole thing on their Snapchat. And this person was friends with my sister's friend.
you guys must have the genetics of a cat. You guys got like 9 lives and stuff.
For real, bro. Like we get out of the luckiest shit sometimes. Like we come
Oh,
really
fuck.
close, but it doesn't actually happen.
Yeah, and like
My
I
girl
remember talking
experienced
one.
one.
I was talking to a buddy of mine who's a cop, and I'm like, even though it's posted like on malls, because most of the movie theaters we have around here, even if they're in a mall or not, it is posted like weapons are not allowed in here. So I was like, let's say I concealed carried, and a guy came into the theater and like started shooting people, and I shot him. He goes, "You'd probably still go to prison because you were carrying a gun in an environment where it's posted that you're not allowed to."
Yeah.
And I think that's awful because, like, if a person who has common sense and knows how to use a firearm sees somebody come in and they pull out a gun and start shooting people, let's say they shoot 1 or 2 people, and then this person subdues the guy who is shooting up the place, you're going to charge that person for basically ending the threat. And I think that's awful, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It kind of goes down to the Ted Nugent thing, because I was watching some reels and some TikToks where he's in interviews with people, and I mean he's totally, a hardcore Republican, believes in gun rights and stuff, and I believe in gun rights too. I believe there's like certain things that they should not allow, but basically Ted Nugent basically goes into the fact of like, if you want to create the most casualties related to gun violence, you go to a gun-free zone because that's where people are unarmed. So that's where people who are messed up in their mind or want to cause the most damage, that's where they're going to go. They're going to go to a place like a school or, a restaurant or whatever, or a bar and shoot.
Supplies.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to attack an area where they know there's nobody there to defend themselves, so they're going to be able to. It's like shooting fish in a bucket. And he's like, and he goes into talking about Democrats versus Republicans, blah blah blah. But he's like, the Democrats have their dream, and it's called a gun-free zone. You want to cause the most casualty, and goes back to like, I think on one of the other podcasts we talked about. What is it? We're 5th in the world as far as the most gun violence out of all the countries in the world. But if we took out 5 major cities where the most gun violence happens, we would be down to like 180. As far as countries that have the least gun violence, we would be down to 180.
Jeez.
Yeah. If you take out like Chicago, I think it was Chicago, somewhere in like Maine, Baltimore maybe, or no, Maryland. Sorry, Baltimore, Maryland, I think. And then if you took out like there's another St. Louis, Missouri, and not even LA. I think it was Chicago, Detroit. There was like 5 cities, but if you took all those out of consideration, we would be down to 180th instead of 5th as far as the most gun violence. So, but yeah, it just sucks. Like, you do your due diligence as a American citizen. Like I've gone through gun safety training. I practice with my gun. I know how to use it. I know what to do if I was ever in a situation, where I would have to use it. But it's just like knowing that in a gun-free zone you're not allowed to have that to protect yourself. That's really kind of shitty, but that's just the
Yeah.
way it is because of
Actually,
laws and stuff.
you might be able to answer this, Seth. But my black powder weapon,
Hmm.
my little Colt 45. Now I live in a neighborhood. It's a very I don't know how to say it, like a very I don't know. It's a very nice neighborhood, very fancy neighborhood. Okay,
Yeah.
I got woods like right behind me.
Hmm.
Can I take my gun out there and shoot it?
What's behind the woods?
A road and some more houses.
Probably not. You
But
always
I
got
hear
to
like
look what's okay. Go ahead.
there's like so I hear like gunshots go off all the time. It's a bunch of rednecks. Like you go over there, you see Confederate flags. Okay, through that
I'd
entire
say
like area.
so. Like, do you have like like where the woods are? Or is there like a creek or anything? Like, is there like a valley at all, or is it just flat with just trees?
So it's just like you got my house, you got
Mm.
my house, and then you got like some trees. That's
Okay.
it, trees, and then a road.
Okay.
Do you know
I
how
would
far
probably
away the trees
refrain.
are from the road?
What?
Do you know how far away the trees are from the road?
It goes road, trees, road, more trees.
How like distance from like the tree
So
line to tree line to road to the other tree line?
Pretty
Like, how
much
far
from
of a
like your
distance?
house to the road.
so it's a
Yeah.
2-lane road. Okay, from my house to the other end of the tree line before the road is like a mile.
Yeah, you could probably shoot. I would try to shoot towards the ground. Like, I'd put like a pop can on the ground and like get.
Well, yeah, obviously, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and if I'm able to shoot that, I know how it's gonna be incredibly fucking loud.
yeah. It won't be that bad. People probably think that you're just shooting off fireworks. Because I bought a 22 bolt action rifle, just 22 long rifle, and I knew I wasn't going home for a couple of weeks, and I wanted to shoot it and make sure it worked. So I shot it in my backyard, and I live right in town, but I shot it at the ground. I just walked outside and stuck it right, pretty much right straight down in the ground, and I pulled the trigger. I'm glad I didn't hit a water line or something.
Wow.
But my dad and I mean, we're live on the podcast, so it's neither here nor there, but we used to put milk jugs in the field that was across a highway from my parents' acreage that I grew up on. We'd put milk jugs clear at the top of the fucking hill in this farmer's field, and we would sit in my front yard and shoot at them. But before we would shoot, we'd listen to see if we could hear any cars coming. Like, you could hear them coming from like a mile down the road, but we would shoot clear across the fucking highway
Wow.
because there were hills beyond those hills, so there was a backstop, and that's what I was getting at as far as I mean, if you go through any sort of concealed carry weapons permit training or any gun safety training, they will tell you, like, you always got to realize what's beyond the target that you're shooting at. Like, what's behind it? Is it a house? Is it a kid on a tricycle? Is it a car that's driving by?
That's why I was trying to think of like why I was asking how far away the road is from your house, pretty much. Because like, yeah, there's other houses, but there could be a car
Yeah.
coming by, and you could hit the car.
Yeah.
So you want to know like how far away you are, because if you're pretty close, I wouldn't.
I'm pretty
Well, and
close.
like with loading black powder, I mean, you got to know what kind of charge to use as well. You got to know how many grains of black powder to put in there, what, weight a
They have
ball and all
this little
sorts of
cup it
stuff.
came with. It's a measuring cup. You just fill that up and
Okay, okay. Yeah, and then you got to do God, it's been a long time since I shot a black powder. I think you do like your patch and your plug, and then you shove then you
So I have
wrap the
these
ball
things.
in a
Right?
patch.
What are these things?
Those are your primers, so you put those on the back side of the cylinder.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and also
Don't shoot it. Don't put one on there and shoot it.
I have this thing.
Yeah. So yeah, you fill that up and you dump that into the cylinder, and then you wrap. There's probably papers in your box too.
No.
Oh, well, so you have to get patches, which are made out of like they're kind of like a papery, some sort of fabric. Oh, so that's loaded?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's already loaded. Okay.
There's gel inside of it. Like kind of gel inside of it though.
I don't think it's loaded then.
See, I
Yeah, I
remember
don't know.
you guys
I think you got to
talked about
clean
this
that out.
one loadout or in one
I,
podcast. I'm pretty sure you did tell them to clean it out.
yeah, I think you got to clean that out.
What is it?
It's probably so a lot of gun factories, like when they sell a gun, they coat like all of the internals of a gun with like some sort of grease or oil, and that's probably just
Oh, so no
solidified.
wonder it's in so good condition. He probably never fucking used it once in his life.
Probably not. No, it's probably like brand new.
Wow.
And now you guys should
Yeah.
take all that shit out so you can use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
probably have
so
to use like a pick or something, or like a
I'll use my
really
knife.
small flat-ended screwdriver to get clear down in there to get it all out.
And after you get that out, make sure you scrub it and clean it.
Yeah, you got to clean it because
I mean, it came with
because
this. And it's a knife, but look at this old ass shit.
Nice.
oh yeah, that's like Gangs of New York style right there.
Has a serial number on it. It's from it's called Moore Maker Inc., Matador, Texas.
Mm. But yeah, so that's what they always taught us, like in gun safety and concealed carry classes, like look beyond the target you're shooting at. And that's why, like, a buddy of mine, and he's, I mean, a very dear friend, and he just got into guns, so I go and shoot with him because he has an acreage that we can shoot at about 40 minutes away from where I live, so it's kind of nice. I live in the city, but I can go somewhere to go shoot and stuff, and he's always down to go out and shoot, so it's good. But anyway, we were talking about like shooting and everything, and he was like, I would really like to get better, you know, at shooting. And so I kind of like walked him through like some different drills to run, and, you know, like kind of walking backwards as you're shooting, approaching a target and shooting at it and things like that. And he was just like, I can't remember like what brought it up, but we were pretty much just talking about like shooting across highways, doing that gun safety and stuff. And I was like, well, when you conceal carry your gun, you obviously have a separate magazine with hollow points in there, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, no. He goes, I always load full metal jackets because that's all I have. And I'm like, you don't ever do that. And he goes, what? He goes, so I have 3 mags for my gun. And he goes, and so when I go out to shoot and practice shooting, I have to unload all of them, like take all my hollow points out of there, put my fucking regular like full metal jackets in there for target practice, and then I have to reload those magazines with my hollow points every time. And I said, yeah. And he goes, that's fucking stupid. I said, you know what else is stupid? A guy breaking into your fucking house and you shoot the fucker and you hit the girl on the bicycle behind him because full metal jackets penetrate and they go clear through a body unless they hit a bone. And they might fragment, or they might get deflected, and they might hit a mailbox or something. And I'm like, when you conceal carry, the fucking ammunition in your magazines has to be hollow points. That's not a law, but it should be. I think that should be a law. You should not be able to conceal carry a gun unless you have basically, like, I don't know what you would call that, like ammunition that's not a penetrating ammunition. I mean, hollow points penetrate, but once they hit, like,
ones
even
that
your
don't
shirt,
have the power of going fully through is what you're saying.
Yeah, because a hollow point, once they impact even a shirt, like they've even done like tests, like a 9mm shooting at like a wet towel hanging on like a clothesline out in the yard. Right when they hit that, just because of the centrifugal force, it will force that hollow point to spread out like a flower. Well, if you shot at a human torso, that's not even going to go through. It's just going to fucking stay inside of the body. And that's what I was telling him. I'm like, you have to do that. And he was just like, that's such a fucking task. Because he's like, my magazines hold fucking 15 rounds. And he goes, and I have 3 of them. And when I go to the range, I want to load up all 3 of them with full metal jackets. And I'm like, well, you could shoot hollow points if you want, but I mean, I think if you buy 9mm, 25 hollow points at the time when I bought some for my 9. I think I bought a box of 50. I think it was like $38 for 50
What?
rounds of 9mm. Yeah, because they're hollow points. Hollow points cost a lot more to make. I can
Actually, I
buy.
don't know.
Hmm?
Because what's it called? I went to the gun range a couple of months ago. I think in January, right? And we got 2 boxes of 50 bullets and 9mm. All
Hmm.
right. Or no, it was for 22. So I fucked that up. So I messed that up. But no.
Yeah,
But
22s are cheap, though.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was like $50, and we paid $25 for both.
yeah. See, I think it's $38 for 50 rounds of 9mm hollow points. But if you want to go to the range and shoot, you can buy 50 rounds of 9mm. Like I always buy the steel case stuff because it's cheap as shit. And if my gun can't run steel case stuff, I'm not gonna fucking buy expensive brass stuff. So, I back when I was buying ammo before like this was before COVID. I think this was even before like Sadie Hook. This was before all that shit. I bought a shit ton of ammo for 9, and I think at the time I was spending like $8 for 50 rounds. And I remember my buddy, he was just like, Jesus Christ, 50 rounds is like $30 more for a box of hollow points than it is for, we pay $8 for per box for steel case stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, that's just for plinking and fucking around and shooting and practicing. I'm like, when you're actually carrying as a law-abiding citizen, I'm like, it is your responsibility. Because what would happen if a burglar was breaking into my house? I grabbed a 9 that I had full metal jackets in it. I shot that guy, and one of the bullets fucking deflected and killed my neighbor. Then I'm going to fucking prison for a double homicide, pretty much. Whereas if you're using hollow points and you subdue the person that is an active threat against you, you're probably going to still get a manslaughter charge or something like that, but you're not going to you're probably not going to go to prison.
Okay.
I just remember when I was in the law class, because I had to learn a lot about that with like becoming a funeral director and stuff like that. I just remember my law teacher when I was in community college, and he was like, if you are ever in a situation where you have to take another person's life, the first thing you need to say is, I was scared for my own life, so that's why I had to take theirs.
Yep.
And then you're pretty much golden. Because if you're scared for your own life and it came down to, it was either I kill him or he kills me, well, then there you go. Or he or she, or whoever,
Shit, that's how it's gonna be if someone breaks into my house.
Yeah, I mean, somebody breaks in my house, they're gonna know it was the wrong house to break into. That's the
Shit.
first fucking thing that's
Shit,
gonna
I
happen.
don't, I
They're
don't
gonna be
got.
like, can we rewind this? No, you're
You get
done.
like 7 minutes to reload my weapon. I got you. I tell you what.
See, I don't have a
You get like
gun.
7 or 8 minutes, man.
I got knives. I make that shit personal.
I got a
Yeah.
sword. It comes down to that. I'll just run out with my sword.
Yeah, I remember like
I
I
ain't
don't
funny.
know.
You laugh, but I train with my sword, man.
Well, I just remember when
How you doing?
me and my
Put your
wife.
arm. You can't.
I remember when me and my wife first got together, because I was raised in a house where like guns were like, my dad would like work on other people's guns and shit. He wasn't a gunsmith, but he was really good at working on guns and fixing them and making them look nice and stuff. There was a gun like propped up on like our decorative pillows on our couch, like ever since I was a little kid. So I knew about guns. My dad introduced me to guns at a very young age. And I just remember like when my wife, she was just my girlfriend at the time, she came down and stayed with me for a weekend, and she's like, do you really need a rifle next to your bed? And I'm like, well, no, I can put that in the closet if it bothers you. And she's like, yeah. And she was like, well, what's that? I'm like, well, that's my pistol, and it sits on my nightstand. And she's like, are you that scared somebody's going to break in? And I'm like, at the time I lived above the funeral home, so a lot of drug addicts like to get their hands on formaldehyde so they can dip like joints or
Yeah.
cigarettes into them and get high. I'm like, I don't know what one of them spazzes would fucking do. Like, I'm not gonna fucking be unarmed in my house.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
And then I remember one of the guys that I worked with, they tried to turn me into corporate, and they're like, you know, Seth has guns above the funeral home, and and we don't think it's a safe environment because there shouldn't be any firearms on the premises. And I remember our market manager came down and she was like, so why do you feel the need to have guns? I said, for protection. I said, I am not a threat to anybody I work with. I'm not a threat to anybody in the community. I'm like, it's just when I walk up those 15 stairs from work, when I walk up those, I am in my apartment. That's mine. So I'm willing to protect what is mine. And she goes, I'm glad that you are a law abiding citizen that is a Second Amendment user, because she goes, I am also that way. I just wanted to know a little bit more about you to basically verify if you're like a fucking kook or if you're like a normal human. And I'm like, yeah, no, I just wanted to, I wanted to make sure that the funeral home's safe. And there were a couple of times that we had some threats and shit, and people that were pissed off about paying their funeral bill and shit. And some of my coworkers were like, let's fucking run upstairs and hunker down to your apartment. I'm like, let's go. I don't care. We can fucking hang out up there. And so we did. We had one guy, he was pissed that his bio. Oh, go ahead. Hog. Now I can.
Bro, I had my mic muted.
I couldn't hear you before when I was telling my story.
Yeah, no, like I was talking to my girl and then I said that and my mic was muted when I said that.
It's that sixth sense.
I think the camera mic somehow picked it up. That's weird. Sorry, go ahead, Seth. Continue with your story.
No, that we had one guy that like his biological father got very well, like they were having a funeral for him for his biological father, but his biological father had named a designee to have final rights for the disposition of his remains. So that trumps what. So basically, what it comes down to, Hog, if you're like, when I die, I want to be cremated, and your girl's like, no, you're not going to be cremated or whatever, you could make Lance your designee, and basically at the time of your death, Lance would have to come forward and be like, I'm actually the designee and I'm in charge of funeral services, and Hog had told me that, he just wants to be cremated. So Lance would have sole proprietorship over your remains until the cremation took place. So that's kind of what happened in this situation or whatever. And this guy's like, I'm going to come to that fucking funeral home with my fucking Tech 9 and I'm going to blow your guys' fucking brains out or whatever. So everybody, of course, we called like our market manager and they're like, you can't leave, but you guys are more than welcome to like, kind of hunker down in an office or whatever. And all my coworkers were like, let's just go upstairs. And so we went upstairs and locked all the doors of the fucking funeral home. We just hung out upstairs and drank beer. And I had like guns, like fucking ready to roll. I'm like, dude, that fucker comes up these fucking stairs, he's fucking dead. Like he's done. But that never happened. So, and then by the end of the day, they were like, Seth, do you feel comfortable staying at the funeral home? I'm like, I don't mind. And then one of my coworkers was like, maybe you should get a hotel room for the night. I'm like, okay. So me and my wife went and got a hotel. So, but I am a pretty big advocate for the Second Amendment. I guess it comes down to it.
Lance, are you in my chat?
No.
Oh, okay. So you don't even see this. So someone commented. And they commented, I love you, Seth.
I don't know who you are, but I love you too.
That's already got a fan, bro. I'm
Dude.
telling you, man, it's the face. He's cute.
Dude, I don't know about that. It's a face only a mother could love, I think.
Nah, Seth. Nah.
Oh, God. But no, like, it is kind of frustrating. So that's why, I guess this kind of stemmed, we kind of went down a rabbit hole here, but that's part of the reason why I just don't go to movie theaters anymore, because I just get fucking anxiety.
I completely forgot we were talking about movies.
Yeah, so, yeah. I can't believe I remembered that, because...
Yeah, for real. Holy shit.
I'm kind of high and drunk, so...
I'm just high.
Oh, I got a story about that. 2 days ago, right?
About
one
movies?
night. No, about smoking.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you know how I have like a couple of bags available, right?
Yeah.
Well, now I've only got one bag left, and it's half empty.
Okay.
Okay. I've had 4 bags on Monday morning. Okay.
Okay.
No. Sorry, Sunday. I had 4 bags. So this happened Sunday night and Monday. This is all we went down. Okay. So on Sunday night, I don't know why this came over me, but I took 25 edibles last night, or not last night, but
Oh my god.
on I think Sunday night or Monday night. One of those nights, I took uh 25 edibles, and they didn't kick in at all. I played Xbox. I mean, I was loopy as shit. I was like stoned because I was smoking the hell out of my pen. But then I went to sleep. Okay, I passed out. But then I woke up like 7 in the morning because I felt something like pressing against my chest, right? And I woke up, nothing was there, but like everything was pulsating at me.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
I got out of my chair, freaking out. The floor, this whole entire setup, everything was like it's like it was screaming at me, right? I didn't realize I was high as shit till like an hour later. This entire high lasted me 4.5 hours.
Oh, fuck.
Okay,
Jesus.
I took 3 showers. I went and took me a shower to try to sober up. Thought that, I'm just fucked up. I need to go
That
like
just makes it worse for me taking a shower, but yeah,
that.
go ahead.
See, I went in there. I saw like okay, maybe I'm just high. All right, and I breathe it. I went in the mirror. My eyes were like bloodshot, fucking red, and it boom, it kicked in again. Okay, I started freaking out. I go and literally sit down with my brother while he's playing Fortnite, and I'm talking to him for like 30 minutes, right? Trying to like calm down. And then I went upstairs. I'm not calm. I went to my mom. That's like, hey mom, I got a problem. She's like, what happened? You okay? Said I told her I took 15 edibles, and I think I fucked up. She's like, what? She's like, are you sure you took 15? I'm like, well, I took 2 bags last night. It's like, Dalton. And she like flipped out, and she started researching shit. You get rid of the high and like saying like lemon and shit. I'm sitting there. I realized it kicked in my head. I'm sitting on the couch watching TV. Everyone's like freaking out, like, oh, Dalton's gonna like overdose or something. All right, which I'm not. It's weed, okay, but they didn't know that because
Well, that was going to be my question: is if they were like mushroom edibles or fucking weed ones.
I think one of them was mushroom edibles, but they're not like full mushroom edibles. But I don't know.
Dude, you're like an alchemist. You're just mixing a bunch of shit in you.
I just ate it, and let me tell you, for at least an hour, I didn't remember half of that, but I remember one thing. I sat there and just smiled. I was enjoying life, man. Okay,
Dude.
I was stoned as a motherfucker, and you know what's funny? It pissed me off. I was like, you know what? What am I doing? I'm in here in the fucking living room. I gotta go play Xbox.
Dude,
Okay, right when I hop on Xbox, it goes the fuck away.
no
That's
shit.
funny.
I sober up, and I'm just like fucking.
So
wanna
it would have either had to have been last night or Sunday night because Saturday nights when we played COD together, and
It was that night.
it was the night with Shadow when I was roasting Shadow.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I was
that-
laughing my ass off. That was Sunday night, dude.
That was Saturday
Bro.
night.
Okay, so
No,
That was Saturday night. Yeah, it was Saturday night because
no, because Sunday night. It was Sunday night because Sunday night when I got home early as shit and everyone was on.
dude, I don't think so because I have chats from when because we all hopped
with
on
Caleb,
Cold War
right?
that night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
yeah, and
Caleb.
that's
So-
Saturday night, so it would have been Sunday morning. So it was like almost Sunday morning. It was Saturday.
Then I didn't take it that night then because I took it on an off day.
Okay,
All
then
right.
you took it Sunday night, but I didn't get to experience
so
it.
well, two things. One, if you want to lower your high, drink milk.
Yeah,
Nope.
I see. I thought about that, but I didn't want to. Honestly, when she kept telling me to do this and do that, I wasn't doing it.
Oh, Jesus.
I wasn't doing
but-
it. I was just enjoying the ride.
His mom's like, drink some milk, and he's over there snorting it.
Right? She told me after I got up to go walk away, and she said, "Dalton, you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You look really high as shit. Like you look really high." I'm like, "I know." It's like, "All right, anything, let me know." Hey, I
You're literally like levitating in your living room. Like you look really high. Yeah, no shit.
Actually, I can't check something real quick. I can't check
But-
my purchases.
I have
did
something
it.
fun. I have something funny to tell both of you guys. So
but
what's
the
up?
other day, Me,
Oh, it happened
Sam,
yesterday.
and our neighbor, we all took shrooms.
Oh
And,
shit.
and then we started playing COD, and we were playing a Warzone. Oh my god. That shit was so much fun, bro.
Oh god.
And then, like, I couldn't
No,
sleep, and I kept moving and shit.
I sent a meme to my buddy the other day, and it was like, oh my god, I'll have to fucking look it up so I don't mess it up. But I sent him. It's like two guys, and it says you failed your drug test, and he goes, "Oh, I had a poppy seed bagel," and he goes, "Well, explain the weed and the cocaine then." And they just look at each other, and he goes, "It was an everything bagel."
Oh, jeez.
You know,
Uh,
maybe one day on a podcast I get some more edibles. My dad probably will never give me more than a bag ever again, but I'll just save them up or just buy a bunch of them one time. I'll come on this fucking podcast one day and just down like 30 edibles and then wait till one more night and wake up high as shit.
Bro,
dude.
I wanna do a podcast on shrooms one day.
Oh,
That shit
hey,
would be fun.
hey, if I could have somebody to help me set it up, okay, I'm down. Because if I'm on shrooms, I'm scared.
I'm
Never
scared.
done it before.
You've never done them
Right,
before?
I want to, man, but I'm low key like scared. All right.
See,
Because
that's the
time I
thing. You
took it-
cannot go in like that.
Yeah, that's why I am. Because I did that every first time I do a drug. I did it with acid and I freaked out a little bit. Then I took control of it. All right. But if I have my homie Anthony with me, I'll feel safe.
Bro, just be on chat with the boys.
Yeah. Oh, I could do it while I'm fucking talking. Yeah, but how long is it gonna last for I like
It
pass
la-
out? You know.
It lasts about 8 hours.
You serious?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What, shrooms last 8 hours?
It can last up to about 8 hours.
Oh,
For
fuck.
longest.
How long has it lasted for you?
About 6.
I've
Those
got a
longest.
shroom edible at my mom's that we've been meaning to try. It's 250 milligrams, so Hog, being as you know about those, 250 milligrams, like how long would that last a normal person for a high?
I want to say about 4 to 6.
4 to 6 hours?
Yeah. But here's the thing.
What if we split it and we each took half? It's like 3 hours
No,
apiece.
I suggest take it. Take it. Whole thing.
I don't want to take it.
Listen to this, though.
I only got one. I was planning on splitting it up because it's like a single pack of a shroom gummy. So I was gonna fucking like split it 3 ways. My sister take one, I take one, and my mom takes one.
Oh, you guys will probably have like 1.5 to 2 hours each.
Okay, that's perfect.
Fuck
yeah.
But here's the thing.
Guess what I'm doing this weekend? Okay.
I'll let you know. Put something on that will put something on or be talking with them to keep your mind off of it. Do not think about what you just took.
Okay.
Because think about it.
No,
Trip out
no,
more.
no. That won't work. You think about it, it won't work.
Oh.
Like you won't get high at all if you think about it?
No, you'll feel the bodiness, but you won't see it.
Oh, so just like put on a movie and just like sit and talk about stuff?
Yeah.
Talk about life?
Yeah, like
Okay.
when I noticed I was high on the shrooms, I looked at my wall and it was breathing.
Oh,
yeah, that's
shit.
why I woke up. Everything was like
Yeah,
breathing.
so a buddy of mine told me, he said he was really big into LSD and shrooms, like he was really into the psychedelics or whatever. And he's like, shrooms are great. He's like what he liked to do is he liked to like go out, take a hike, and then like fucking like lay on his back on a hill and fucking take some shrooms. And he's like, I just look at clouds all day, and he goes, and the clouds look like there were fingers behind them fucking moving the whole time.
See, my best part about that night specifically was I looked down at my keyboard and mouse because it changes colors. Like, fucking. That's my mouse keyboard.
Dude, I would probably stare at that all night if it were me.
I'm gonna change this because I don't like seeing my face like that.
See, I can do that in my entire room. I wonder if I could do that, if I'm like sitting here like on shrooms It's like go full disco mode in my room.
See, I looked at that,
and people will be like, "There's a fucking rave party happening at Lance's."
You know what? I could ask my brother. You know, I was smoking him a little bit. He could probably chill me, be my fucking. You know, if I'm really tripping out, I don't know. Maybe Anthony. Anthony, I could be normal around and be goofy.
but like I looked at that and then looked at the
Don't give me
wall,
on day.
and then I saw this light on my wall while it was breathing.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and then another thing with it is when it really kicks in for you, you're gonna be constantly happy with a smile. Like your smile
That's
won't
me.
go away.
That's me every day. Look at me.
Yeah. It was funny because me and my girl were just talking about. We went down to the hospital today, and there was a lady who was doing her work, and she just had a natural smile. And I look at her, I'm like, I hate people like that. I'm just like, why? And it's because, like, what is so great about your life that makes you constantly smile?
Dude, I remember this time I smoked. Well, he wasn't really a buddy of mine, but he was like an acquaintance of my sister's and my brother-in-law. And he was like, "You guys want to get high tonight?" And I was like, "I've never really fucking been like that high before." So I'm like, "I don't really know." This was probably back when I was like fucking 13 or 14 years old. And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna bring over some joints." And so he gets there and he's like, "I got something better because I got a pretty good deal." So he goes, "I bought a little bit more than what I usually buy because he's like, it's for your sister's birthday." And he's like, "We're going to have a good time." So he rolled 3 blunts, brought him over. And I'd never fucking really smoked weed, like just a couple, like probably ditch weed. Like that's what we got here in Iowa. We'd go fucking dry out our own fucking crops, you know, and fucking roll it up, and you'd get a headache 10 minutes after you fucking smoked it. But anyway, so he's like, he's like, I got 3 blunts rolled. We're gonna fucking pass them around. And so, you know, I took like 3 hits off a blunt as we passed it around. There were a couple times I was like, "Nope, I'm good. I don't need any more." And then I take a puff or whatever. And we finally got through that blunt. And then he is a huge pothead, and he's like, "Well, I'm not high yet, so let's keep going." So he lit up another blunt, and we're passing around. I pretty much did not smoke on that one, maybe 2 puffs max off that one. And then all of a sudden he started chuckling. He's like, "Oh shit, my guy fucking got me the creeper weed." And I'm like, "What the fuck does that mean?" He goes, "Well, it's gonna creep up on you." And right when he fucking said that, bam, like I fucking was like, my face was as white as a ghost, and I had the permanent grin going. I was literally sitting there just like this. Like looking at everybody in the room. It was exactly like that 70s show where like they like go from each person. So like my brother-in-law would talk and I'd be like looking at him, and then somebody else was talking, and it was just like that 70s show. Like I was literally just like there. And then somebody was like, "Hey Seth, how you doing over there?" I'm like, "I'm all right. Why?" And they're like, "You're as white as a ghost." And I'm like, "I feel like a ghost." And they're like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because I just feel like I'm fucking floating." And then everybody fucking lost it. It was great. Yeah, dude.
So, no, we're not druggies. But
we just do a lot of.
Hey, if it grows out of the ground, we'll do it.
Yeah, it's natural. As long as you don't put anything in it,
it's part of nature.
Yeah, if it grows out of the ground, we'll do it. You know,
God put it here for a reason.
And whoever fucking asked if we're druggies, don't fucking go into the whole, "Well, I guess, you know, poppy plants grow out of the ground, so you guys do opiates and shit." Like, no, we don't do that fucking stuff.
No,
at least I don't. So no, just fucking
weed and shrooms.
Weed and shrooms, yeah, none of that fucking other stuff.
When it comes to shrooms, though, also, warning: do not look at a mirror. Hide mirrors before you do it.
Why?
Because that
turn into a vampire or something?
No, you get really into your mind, and it becomes a bad trip.
I think I might need to do that. I'd like to.
No, it becomes a really bad trip.
Oh, well, no, I don't want no bad trips.
Exactly.
Only good ones.
Don't do that. Also, Seth, if you're gonna do it at home, that thing behind you, its eyes might trip you out. I don't know in a good or
No,
bad way,
I'll be
but
that shroom gummies at my mom's. So no,
yeah, okay. I was gonna
it's not
say
gonna
because
be
like
here.
if you feel it and you look at that thing, I can just see you just stuck at it for like hours. Be like,
Dude,
what is wrong
my
with
fucking
this?
mom has like my mom does have similar shit fucking hanging up. So this will be fucking
You
interesting,
gotta tell me how that goes, bro. Oh my god.
dude. I want to do it this weekend because my wife was like debating. So we're gonna go home this weekend, and I've had that gummy for like probably a month or so now. It's in a sealed package, like I just haven't opened it yet. And my wife's like, "Hey, do you want me to take both kids?" Because she just stays at her parents and I stay at my mom's, and we're like a few blocks down the road from each other.
Yeah.
She's like, "Do you want me just to keep both kids uh, Saturday night?" And I'm like, "Yes." Like I've been wanting to try this fucking thing forever. I did get my mom to hit off my fucking vape pen the last time I
Hell
was
yeah.
home. I was like, Mom, try this. And so she did the classic because she's never smoked. Like she's never smoked a fucking cigarette in her life. So she doesn't know how to inhale. So she did the, like
Yeah. No. Just
that. And
yeah.
I'm like, you're not gonna get anything. And she's like, well, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, take you suck it in to your lungs. And she's like, I don't know how to do that. I'm like, just breathe as you're puffing. And she's like, I don't know if I could do it. So finally she did like one of these. And I'm like, there you go. And then she's like, dude, she was fucking high for like,
She's
Bro,
like,
I
I'm
want to
fine.
smoke with my mom so bad, but she can't
dude,
because of her job.
so my mom is pretty much retired, but I mean, I've been giving her like the THC gummies or whatever, like the Delta 9 gummies or whatever. And
Hmm.
she's the one that's like, she took two, like a half of one gets me fucking like good. She took two and she's like, I didn't feel anything. She goes, all I want to do was sit and watch TV and eat snacks. And I'm like, but like, did you feel like good? And she's like, I don't know. I didn't really feel anything. And my sister's like, I think it's because she's in pain because she's had both of her hips replaced. And I think she is in pain. So I think her definition of like, I don't feel anything means like she's feeling good.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know what else to fucking,
I would slide
unless
her
she
some
just
more
has
and
a
be like,
really,
take some
unless she has
more.
a really high tolerance for it. I don't know.
So I tried smoking with my mom. I mean, I'm not tried, but I want to. She's telling me like all the time that she's tried. She hates the smell. She would not smoke it ever. Okay, but she has tried a gum. My dad's brought her a gummy before, and she's tried it. She says she hates it. All right. She said it makes her feel she's in a cartoon, and she don't like it, and she eats up a storm. Okay. I tell her. She tells all the time. I get it from my uncle or no, my cousin. My cousin. I don't know. Her cousin Jimmy, but he's my cousin. I don't know what to call it. Okay. But how do you say it? I asked her one time, all right, if she wanted to try one with me, and she like freaked out. No, 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 no. My dad even offers. My dad will smoke with me, but when he smokes, he gets all serious. Okay, he eats a lot, but he don't speak.
Mm.
He gets really serious, and he'll sit there and focus on his TV. I think 'cause if he talks, he'll talk a lot like me. Like when I'm high and I speak, I constantly talk over and over.
Yeah.
But if I don't, I'm just completely fucking silent. And y'all talk to me and I don't respond because I'm just like,
Oh,
yeah, that's how my dad is. My mom, she's just like, she's everything around her is like a cartoon. She says, I want to
jeez.
one day. I feel like me and her would have, be fun. Put on some like scary movie. Okay, get all the fucking suns down. All right, that'd be dope.
Yeah,
I'll take like 70 of them.
when me and my mom, because she's done the gummies, like I said, she said they apparently don't work. So I brought my pen and she took that puff and actually nailed it. I was like, do you feel anything? And she's like, hungry and tired. And I just want to fucking laugh at stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much what you feel like. I'm like,
That's
you
funny.
feel good, you feel loose. And she's like, I don't know if I feel loose. And then she got up to go to the bathroom and she like stumbled a little bit and she's like, oh, I feel something. Like, no shit. Like, you've never done this before. You don't even know what's
That's
going
funny.
on.
See, my
Yeah.
first time smoking ever, I threw up and I got sick.
I got
See,
lost.
I think, and this is no diss to Zapar at all, but I think that might be Zapar's problem is like he smokes too much. Like when I was playing Dying Light with him earlier today, he was like, "All right, boys, I'm gonna leave you guys for a little bit. My mom just texted me that she's gonna go smoke a joint. I'll be right back." And then he fucking left. And then it wasn't even like an hour and a half later, and he was like, "I'm gonna go smoke another joint with my mom." And then he came back, and then he was like, "I'm kind of sweaty and I feel like irritable or whatever." And he's like, "Hold on, boys, I gotta go poop." So he fucking went to go take a shit, and then he came back and he's like, "I pooped and puked."
What the?
And I'm like, maybe you're like doing too much or it's fucking with you. I don't know, dude. But
Oh my god.
seems like he's ingesting too much. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know if that's the
I
thing.
pooped and threw up. What the fuck? Like, why would you even come back and let people know that?
Well, he's an open book.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that in a person, you know.
I'm not.
Let you know what's going on. Oh, there's Topsy. I woke her up for a nap. She likes her neck scratched. She's like 10
She's
years
cute.
old now. She's gonna be dead in a few years. Isn't that sad?
Damn. What's
Dude,
up?
that's so hard to fucking like. Lance, you're a dog guy, right? You have a pup, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think dog people, because you're more of a dog person. I love all animals, to be honest with you. I think they're all neat creatures and stuff. But
I'm more of a
I
hamster
think
guy.
I think
Why is that so funny to people when I say that? I don't understand it, man.
it makes me think of that. It makes me think of that podcast with Theo Vaughn where he's like, I had a roommate that he had pets and they were like, oh, I can't remember the name of them. They were the limousine of rats, and he's like, oh yeah, it was a ferret. Just
Yeah.
that's the
See,
greatest thing I've ever heard in
you
my
know how
life.
much a ferret cost?
They're like $75 at the PetSmart here in town.
What? They're like $490 at Petco.
No, the one here in town, they're like $95 or $75. I can't remember. But when you buy one, I think maybe yours like includes the charge to debag them because they do have a stink sack on them that they have to remove. And I think that yours probably, they probably have to, yeah, they probably include that into that price, I guess. See, the ones here, it's $95, but then you got to spend like $300 to have them desacked so they don't, because they're kind of like a skunk. They leave a musk around when they like run around your house. So you need to get them debagged, otherwise they basically piss all over your house and they fucking stink everything up.
See, I'm laughing because
Yeah.
like they're small and
But
chubby, like you.
but yeah, like dog people
Big and
are
chubby.
really dogs are great. I just remember my dad had like 3 very important dogs throughout his life, and like after he lost, like it would be like he would be like we would be like hanging out, me and my dad. Sorry, I'm fucking scatterbrained here. We'd be hanging out and he'd be like, oh, it's April 12th. This is the 8th anniversary of my dog Bo's death. Like he remembered that because that's how much of an impact a dog leaves on you. I'm just a cat guy because they're fucking easy. You know, they're like, I love Topsy. Like when she dies, I'll be devastated. But like I told my wife, I'm like, when she dies, like I'll probably have a day of like mourning for her. And I said, I'm probably just going to go get another cat to fill the void. Like I will. And that sounds so shitty, but I can't have a house without a cat in it. I just got to have one.
Yeah.
And I think it's with dog people, like they mourn a dog's death just like a human. Like they miss those dogs so much because I think there's so much perpetual care that goes into like having a dog. Like you literally scoop up their shit. You literally like, you know, raise them like as a family member. Whereas cats, they just are like, hey, I'll hang out with you when I want to. If I don't want to hang out with you, I'm just gonna
I'll
go
get
sit
some love
over on
from you when
the
I
couch.
want it.
Yeah. And so that's why I like cats, because you get attached to them and you really love them, but it's kind of a and it should be totally different because like when you earn a cat's trust, that's actually more of a bond than you could ever earn with a dog.
Oh yeah.
It really is because cats are very superstitious. They don't really trust people, but like it's really sad because I think I even said this to one of my coworkers. I'm like, once you establish that bond with a cat and the cat just loves you unconditionally, by the time that actually happens, they're halfway through their life and you're going to lose them pretty soon.
Don't say
Whereas
that.
dogs, if you raise them from when they're a pup, they just love you unconditionally because you're their dad pretty much, or their mom, or whatever you want to identify as.
Yeah.
So
So wait, the cat one, I don't like that because like my cat, I love him to death, but there was a day we took him outside and he got out of his leash and was like running around and I was trying to get him and he got so scared that he didn't want to go anywhere but back inside. And I had to open
really?
Yeah, I had to open my door for him to go inside.
Your dog got scared of cats?
No, my cat got scared outside.
Oh,
'Cause
okay, gotcha.
I sometimes take my cat outside.
Okay.
He loves outside.
Yeah, see, I let Topsy run around on my deck, and all she does is like it's
Roll
so
around?
fucking funny. No, like she'll get out there and she's just like looking around, like she'll just like go like this, and then a fucking leaf will move, and then she just runs back inside. Like she's just like, Jesus Christ, this is too much for me. And then she'll come out if it's a calm day. She'll just come out and she'll just do she's just sniffing everything. She's
That's
just like
funny.
bobbing around doing her fucking thing, and I'm like, Topsy, what are you doing? And she'll like look up at me, and then she'll just keep doing her thing. But we had the same thing happen. I think I was like in like 8th grade. I always wanted a dog. When I was younger, we had dogs, and then I think it was because it's just so heartbreaking when you lose a dog. Like we had a lot of dogs die when I was younger. And my dad's like, I don't want to fucking deal with it anymore because it's just too heartbreaking when you lose them, when they die. And then finally I convinced my parents, I'm like, I really want a dog. We went to the rescue shelter and we got this dog. And her name was Courage, like the cowardly dog, because she was a coward. She would just, you'd go to pet her and she'd just go like this. Like she was beat. And it's so bad. It's so sad that happened to her, but she was a really nice dog. She was so pretty. I ended up changing her name to Ginger, and because she was kind of a red, like her coat was kind of a red coated dog. And I just remember we got her there, and we had this really cool Siamese cat named Smudge, and she was very much a wild cat, but we kind of tamed her down. I remember we brought Ginger to the house, and it was like she was there for like maybe 4 or 5 days. And she started fucking tearing the electrical work out from underneath my dad's pickup. Like the wires. She ripped all that out and was chewing on it. And my dad's like, that dog is going back to the shelter. We have 7 days to take her back. This is fucking bullshit. She's gone. And of course I had a meltdown. I was like, I wanted a dog and you're taking it away. We finally got a dog and you're taking it away. I just remember I was just like, they took Ginger back up, Courage, but Ginger is what we called her. Took her back up to the vet. She's probably dead by now, but I just remember when we got back home, I asked my mom, I said, do you think Smudge is still around, our Siamese cat? And she goes, Seth, I think bringing that dog here, I think she's very offended that we did that and she'll never be back. Fucking like 3 months passed by. And I remember I walked out, had my backpack on, getting ready to walk up our driveway to get on the school bus. And I'm like, Dad, you're not going to believe this. Smudge is out here, our Siamese cat. And my mom's like, Smudge is not out there. I said, yes, she is. And Mom comes around the door. Fucking Smudge like bolted straight to Mom. Like it was like she had never even been gone. And I was like, can I skip school so I can stay home with Smudge? And my dad's like, yeah, you can. And Mom's like, no, he can't. He needs to go to school. It was the funniest fucking thing ever. But yeah, and Mom goes, I bet she was up in the up in our woods because we had timber all the way around our house. Mom goes, I bet she was up in a tree somewhere just watching and making sure that dog wasn't come back. And she just bided her time and then she finally came back. Cats are so fucking smart though. They
Dude,
are
we had
genius.
one cat when I was a kid where he liked to run off and escape all the time, and then by the next day he'd come back. Well, one time
Yeah.
he left and he didn't come back the next day, and it took like a year for him to come back.
And he
And
came back.
yeah, we found him, or I found him. Oh, when I was on my way to get in the car to go to school, and heard meowing in my neighbor's bushes, and I look and I see a white cat, and his name was TikTok. So I said it, and he comes out to the bushes, and I'm like, no way. And I brought him inside, and brought him to the food and water. This cat had like black everywhere. His ear was ribbed. He had like pus in his eyes.
Oh,
Like,
he'd been through some stuff.
oh god, yeah. And my mom said he couldn't be inside, but he stayed in our bushes, and I put out food and water for him every day, and I always checked on him. And then one day I went up to my parents, like, hey, so TikTok hasn't touched his food or water. I haven't had to fill it in a couple of days, and I can see him, and he won't come out. And finally they went in there, and they found him dead.
Oh man, that sucks.
So he came back. The way I put it is, he had his time outside, and he was coming back to his family
Yeah.
to die.
We had well, we didn't have it, but my dad did. They had a dog. I think they called it Rusty. It was like a little terrier type dog, but it was kind of a goldish, like orange color. It was a little dog or whatever, and it was kind of a nuisance, I guess. And I can't remember what it did. And my dad's dad, which he was a total pacifist, he would never have hurt
He's
it
right
or
there.
anything, but it must have been something that pissed him off. And so they hauled this dog to a dump that
Rear
was
back.
like 5 miles away. And next thing you know, like a week later, this dog shows up back at the fucking doorstep or whatever. And this was back in like 61 probably, or 1958, somewhere around there. And finally, my grandpa was like, I didn't even get, well, I met him, but I think I was like 10 months old at the time when I met this dude. And then he died. But anyway, my grandpa was like, I'm going to take him back out of the dump and I'm just going to fucking shoot this dog. Like, I'm just going to shoot him. He's a nuisance and he keeps doing, I can't remember what he was doing. He fucking took him to the dump. And my grandpa was a good shot. He fucking took him to the dump, fucking shot him. 3 months later, that dog showed up at my dad's house. It was not dead. And my grandpa was a good shot. Like when he shot something, it was dead. And they ended up keeping it for fucking 3 or 4 more years. And he finally died. Rusty was his name. Yeah. Pretty wild. It's like, do cats have 9 lives or do dogs? You know, it's kind of weird.
My manager told me a story about his granddad. They had a dog that was like dying, and it was a pretty big dog. I forgot what it was. It was a big one, and his granddad took it out and to go put it down because his family's like old fashioned. They're not gonna take a dog to a vet. They're gonna put it on themselves and go bury it in the yard.
Yeah, put it out of its misery. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was going to go do that, and he put it in the grave, and he shot it in the head, and it was alive. So it was wailing and still there. He told me the story like I think 2 days ago on Saturday, and it destroyed my day, ruined my day hearing this fucking story. All right. Apparently, his granddad shot it with 22, didn't kill it. It was wailing in pain, and he went out and shot. He shot it again a couple times. 22 didn't kill him. Dog was still twitching and wailing, and he went out and grabbed a shotgun and pointed at his face and shot it in his face. Still kicking and wailing. You can still hear it wailing. He said, and
I think it was
finally he
fighting for
shot
its
it
life.
again. And finally he shot it again and it died.
Was it a deer?
No, a
His
dog.
A dog?
It was a pretty big dog, but I don't know what kind of dog he said. Apparently, that he shot it a shit ton of times. It was still living.
Oh my god, that bitch was fighting for its life.
That's kind of like turtles, dude. Those fucking things. Because like we used to hunt for snapping turtles as when I was a kid. Because turtle is pretty good meat, to eat. I don't know if either one of you have ever eaten or ate turtle, but
No.
pretty good stuff. And my dad one day we caught a snapping turtle, and my dad's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill this fucker, and then we're gonna fucking eat him." And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." So we did, but we shot that turtle on it Friday like afternoon. This was like right after I got out of school, I think. And my dad chopped its head off. By Monday morning, the fucking mouth was still going like this.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
They're like a demonic fucking animal, to be honest with you. They're fucking ruthless.
Damn.
Yeah. They just stay alive. They're kind of like the Bee Gees.
They lived to like what, 100, 200 years?
They live forever. Tortoises too. Yeah.
I think it's like 300 or so. Just
Crazy, man.
think of Finding
And
Nemo, bro. He
see,
said
it's gonna be a
100
point, and
150, and he said still young.
He's 150. He's still young.
Think about
But
it.
that's a sea turtle. Like, what's a regular turtle live? That's what I want.
How long does a normal turtle live?
Like a snapping
Like a
turtle.
snapping
Because that's
turtle.
what we ate. Snapping
A
turtle.
snapping turtle?
That's what we ate. Snapping
That's
turtles.
different. So a snapping turtle, I want to say like 70.
She says like 70.
70 years? That's quite a long life for an animal, bro.
Hell yeah.
See, and I always imagined that, because of what was that show where it was Franklin the Turtle or whatever, right?
yeah,
It showed episodes where he'd like swap shells and stuff. See, I thought turtles could do that, but they really can't.
Sorry. It
They can't
says
swap shells or anything.
snapping turtle.
it's a
Like
part
the
of them.
yeah, the shell is part of them. They're not like a
40
hermit crab
years
because
or
that's what
more.
I thought turtles kind of
Okay,
were.
so
They could be
snapping.
like, oh, huh?
Sorry. She looked it up. Snapping turtles live up to 40 years or more.
40 years or more. Okay.
She was close though.
It's probably more towards the more side unless they get smoked by a car because Jesus, when you drive down the road, there's a lot of times when there's turtles like smoked on the road,
Yeah.
The fuck? So,
All right, boys.
well, I gotta get rolling to bed, I think, boys.
All right. Guys, have a good night.
It's been lit.
See you guys next
Two.
week.
It's been